Alright, cocksuckers, welcome back to Practicing Portraits, an artwod roadmap, right? What is artwod? The best platform in the world to teach you how to draw from imagination, where they give you the work, not the shortcut. Work that lets you draw like this after 3 years and 7 months, 7 months actually, right? If you're part of the Third Reich. Good joke. Anyways, Jesus Christ, I'm Viggy. I've been drawing for 3 years and I just said that. Almost 8 months now, actually, 3 years and 8 months. I started drawing when I was 25. I'm 28 now. Right, gonna be 29 soon, fuck me, but and that's an invitation. But anyways, the fundamentals are 90% of my practice, right? I only understand line form and perspective, and barely at that. I don't have a visual library. This is purely because my ability to draw complex forms, the better it gets, my ability to break down complex forms and then to reimagine them into whatever the fuck this is gets better and better, right? What a great explanation. But yeah, get your pen, get your paper, draw along. This channel is a repository of my practice to prove anybody can draw. And I mean anybody. I know I'm saying I'm 25 right now, or I started at 25, but that could be 35, 45, 55, 65, doesn't fucking matter, alright? I want to be very clear on that, okay? The age I started does not matter, because this channel is going to be sheer overwhelming proof that the effort you put in, and where that effort is, and how long that effort is, and the duration of that effort over decades is all that fucking matters, right? So, get your pen, get your paper, and draw along, body doubling, you know, let my effort reflect your own, be a mirror to your own efforts, right? So, anyways, what are we doing? We are doing the artwod portrait roadmap. We're looking at a reference, and then what I'm saying next is all calculations. I'm going to be calculating. Oh shit, this is the good pen. I'm not gonna let this shit get dry. We use the other shitty pen, right? Which is, there you go, there you go. I can already tell this is the ass one, but what's it called? Ass in terms of like this one's been dry. So I've just been letting it marinate because right now I'm not really actually drawing physically, I'm drawing mentally, like I'm doing a lot of calculations, right? So what are we doing? We're looking at a portrait reference, we're encompassing the face in a box, right? We're calculating the diagonal cross axes, and I'm already started, Jesus Christ, I've already started, right? We're calculating the diagonal cross axes on every invisible and visible plane, right? So I'm seeing through the box, right? And then we're calculating the center planes, the 3 center planes intersecting inside the box, and then we're calculating the ellipses inside those boxes, and then we're calculating the sphere that encompasses those ellipses. I've actually had a really good what's it called, improvement of my understanding. So basically my boxes have been too narrow, right? They should be much more wide. It should be like this wide, right? That is actually a perfect cube, more of a perfect cube in perspective. I'm not gonna say it is because I'm still learning, right? But that is much more of a perfect cube in perspective, and even maybe that's a bit too narrow, right? But I've been making them way too fucking oh god, I gotta too narrow, right? Because this, like, the biggest issue is the fact that like every time I draw the ellipses, the two vertical ones always end up being roughly the same width, right? And that's wrong. That's completely wrong, because one of them should at least be pretty fucking wide, right? It's only in very rare scenarios like this one, right? This one, and even this isn't correct anymore, but like in situations like where the front plane and the side plane are actually equal, which does not happen often, only then is it like this fuckery where both ellipses are relatively even, right, in width. But in general, you'll have one being a lot wider, one being a lot narrower, right, and then like the horizontal one, something like that. This is obviously not super accurate. Another thing I've realized is to think about this like, I don't even know where the fuck I'm supposed to draw. I'll draw here, I guess. Like, let's say I have a center plane like this, right? And I'm trying to calculate the ellipse. What I need to do, and this is like another fucking this is another, I think not dozen, but another like 8 calculations, is even for that center plane, I need to be thinking about the cross axes and the center lines, right? And only then, because, wow, by the way, what I'm about to say is I'm just now realizing how to draw an ellipse after fucking 1200 plus hours of drawing, right? Specifically focusing on fundamentals too, which is, it's literally like, it's connected, like you connect this, and then you connect this, and then like, it's very slow. And there you go, that's the ellipse, or that's much more of a correct ellipse, right? And then this is like our little sphere, right? And same thing. If we bring it back, so there you go. That is the correct ellipse, right? What I've been doing is something like this, where I'll take that and I'll just be like, oh, it's like this, right? I've been making it much thinner than it needs to be, but that only applies to this type of perspective, right? Much narrower perspective, right? Yeah, see, that only applies to a much more narrower perspective. So basically, I haven't been drawing ellipses completely wrong, but now I have an opportunity to update it quite substantially, that it's much more correct than it used to be. Anyways, let's start drawing. Let's start thinking. Let's start looking at those portrait reference and this dickhead who's looking up in a wonderfully difficult angle. That is this. This is the angle, roughly. Right? Actually, no. Fuck. This is the angle. See, even the tilts. I love these subtle tilts. But anyways, let's start thinking. I want to really lean in and really just, again, I want to be in sheer cognitive discomfort. Right? That is the goal. The goal is always sheer cognitive discomfort. Right? And now I'm seeing through the form. I'm visualizing while I'm seeing through the form. And I'm actively trying to make the cube, the box, a lot wider. Now that I know it needs to be a lot wider, I'm actively trying to make it a lot wider, right? Because now I want the proper ellipse inside of it, right? But right now, the main thing is just getting the angle down, right? So I'm looking at the portrait reference, right? Because I can't just glance at it. Oftentimes I'll make the mistake of just glancing at the portrait reference, right? By the way, hopefully this explained clearly that basically you're just connecting a curve from this point to this point to this point to this point, right? That is where the ellipse, that is how the ellipse exists. So if it was something very, 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 very skewed like this, it still holds true because you'll be connecting this and then it's going all the way down here and it's going like that and then it's going all the way up here. And that is not like perfect either. But the point is that now I have an actual system. For me, it's all about system. I have a geometric system, a geometric calculation. I have math that I can rely on, right? I have actual calculations that I can rely on, right? I'm not like exactly like Antonio. Antonio is the creator of artwod. God bless his soul. Is the fucking reason I can draw anything, right? Drawbox gave me line confidence. Antonio gave me form confidence, right? So like, and just sheer understanding of just the volume it takes. Antonio didn't instill the volume understanding in me. I did that myself by realizing that, hey, like they're saying I need to learn all this, but this is gonna take me a fucking lot longer. And by the way, like I'm already I can actually see this. I'm ghosting this box right now, right? I can actually see through this form quite well. And I actually got the angle pretty decently, right? I can't, obviously, like the box is moving all over the place and I don't see it all at once, but I'm trying to, let me just try to like in this moment, try to visualize the entire box in and of itself, right? Just try to visualize the entire box. And this is the struggle, right? This is where, like, cause I'm trying to see through the form, right? And just for a split second, I can see just a little bit like of a vague idea, right? But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Antonio always talks about intuitive perspective, right? I don't completely reject that notion, but I'm obviously on like a pretty opposite stance, which is like, think, right? I think a lot of artists, what I've noticed is like, they'll do all the difficult thinking and then they'll stop, right? And they'll go on to the next thing that's difficult thinking. And I completely agree with that, right? Like, Antonio's probably thinking about composition, design, shapes, this, that, and all the other, because he's extremely advanced, much more advanced than I am currently, right? But when it comes to like my approach, or not my approach, but my take of the form first, the form fundamentals approach, right? And by the way, while I'm talking, I'm thinking, and it's extremely difficult because I'm talking about something completely unrelated while I'm also trying to explain something completely unrelated, right? What the fuck am I saying? Well, I'm also trying to think about something that's pure geometric spatial reasoning there. That's what I meant to say, right? But for me, it's like, I always want to be thinking, right? I always want to be thinking. I genuinely always want to be thinking, and not because, like I'm just like, oh yeah, like I chase the discomfort. But for me, it's like, no, like this is how I'm gonna learn, right? Yeah, like I do chase the discomfort in the sense that I want, this is how I learn, right? But it's not like this, like I'm not doing it purely as a means of like, yeah, we do difficult things because I'm hardcore. It's like, no, we do difficult things because that's literally how we get better, right? So I guess I just want to like give my perspective on things. Is like I love relying and having these clean geometric volumes as a basis, right? And I'm consistently, my brain keeps tilting this way. It needs to be tilted this way, right? Like my brain keeps tilting the box when I do see even like a semblance of it, but now I'm really trying to lean in. I'm really trying to lean in and see through the form, see through the entire thing. I think, yeah, see, I have the wrong angle too, so it needs to be like this. It's like this. That's the angle, right? And then that's the box. Like this is the seen through part, right? Right, something like that. Fucking, I don't know. I'm still thinking. Oh, that's my excuse, right, guys? I'm still figuring it out. But that is roughly the angle. And I am trying very hard to, like right now I'm just looking at this guy's face and I'm trying really hard to encompass the box inside his face, or over his face, right? Because his face is part of his face, like the top half of his face is the sphere that sits perfectly inside the cube, right? So I need to be able to separate his entire face, which is extremely difficult. I'm in quite a bit of discomfort right now, right? Just trying to perceptualize that is the box encompassing the face accurately, proportionally placed properly, because I have to remember that his eyebrow line is the center line, right? But that box, and then getting the angle down, and then thinking about the seen through part of that box. And that is extremely difficult. My brain is struggling quite a bit. And this is beautiful because I want to be able to see the box even when I look at these portrait references, right? I want to be able to encompass the mental schema, the mental model, the mental visualization, the mental simulation that I'm building, right? Of geometric space that is ascribed to the schema, right? That is the foundation for the portrait. I want to be able to do that at the very least with just the box right now, like the seen through box. And I want to be able to do that. And I want to be able to put the effort to do that. There you go, correction, right? I want to be able to put the effort to do that to the best of my ability while looking at a portrait reference, right? I know my speech is stilted. I know I'm not saying this probably correctly, not correctly, but like in a more understandable fashion. So please excuse me, but fuck off and draw along. But okay, I think I have a decent idea now. So I just have to keep that tilt in mind. And this is again like a very, very, very different angle, right? This is a very different angle. So I have to think about, see, this is the tilt. See, my brain wants to make this the tilt. It wants to make this the tilt, but it's this, that's the tilt. And obviously this is a bit exaggerated. It's more subtle than that. It's more like this, right? If you can tell the difference between those two lines, you have the opportunity to improve your eye. This is the beautiful thing. Like, I still don't know how to draw a fucking box, right? Like, this is absolutely amazing. Just the level of difficulty that this is. It's absolutely amazing. And again, I'm trying to visualize, and I'm just, okay, it's been 12 minutes already, Jesus Christ. Okay, so let me just lean into this extreme visualization, because this warm-up part, this beginning's always the most difficult, right? Like, this beginning's genuinely always the most difficult, but I'm just trying to recall. There you go. See, I tilted it this way. It's wrong. It's tilted this way. See how my hand just immediately went like this? So the beginning is always the most difficult when it comes to recall. There you go. That's the box, right? Yeah, there you go. That is the box. So this is the invisible Z, invisible Y, invisible X, right? And then now we do the visible, which is right around here. Visible Y, visible X, visible Z. And now we try to connect those two. I'm going to really try to connect those two. My brain immediately tilted it this way. I need to tilt it back this way. Oh no, it is this way. Never mind. So I'm doing it correctly. Good. Okay, so I'm trying to hold that. And now I'm just going to try my best to hold it all together. And it's barely there. I want to be very clear. It's barely there. My brain is constantly oscillating between trying to just see the edges of the fucking planes. Not even the actual X, Y, Z axis properly, but just to, and now it's trying to see the invisible X, Y, Z again, right? But there you go. That's the visible X, Y, Z. And now I'm just trying to hold it all together. And again, the box lifted up this way, so I need to bring it back down. Over here, and I need to try to hold that. And now while I'm trying to hold that, I'm trying to calculate, I'm trying to visualize it, we are going to push further, or I'm going to push further, whatever you're pushing in, just keep leaning in. Give it a little burp while you're at it, christen that shit. And now try to imagine the cross axes. And my brain can barely do 2 of them, so I'm going to force myself to do all 6 of them, which is dozens of calculations. Which, and again, I'm losing the box completely, so I need to constantly keep readjusting and reevaluating and reintegrating and visualizing and calculating, just bring it back, all right? Whatever the fuck you want, like whatever you want to call it, but I'm just trying to lean into this. Again, I'm in extreme discomfort right now, right? Just really try to calculate it all, try to see it all, try to bring it down, because it keeps going up there, like the box edge keeps going up there, so I gotta bring it down here. And then, okay, I actually see the calculations. Not see, but I can calculate. I can keep some sense of stability. Okay, now we take a step back and we rest our brain. Please rest our brain. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm not in the family. Anyways, I'm fucking running that into the ground. Yeah, rest your brain. Yeah, this beginning is always the hardest part, but it's actually the most worthwhile because this is where the schema is being built, right? Like, this is where the new representation, this is where my ability to visualize a box of this scale in a completely different angle, and constantly it's testing my ability to visualize and to construct, right? Especially because I'm seeing through the form, you know, because I can very much easily, yeah, I can very much easily see just the box. Like, I can see the box without the seen through form pretty fucking easily, right? Like, it's not that difficult. I can see it. I can see the diagonal cross sections, it's fine. But the second you make it invisible, it's like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, what is happening, right? And that is where the opportunity lies. Like, that's where the opportunity lies. And again, I know that I made it very drastic, the angle here, right? It's supposed to be like the plane is tilted this way, and that means and like I guess the Z axis is like this, right? But I have a tendency to make things more drastic in terms of the angles, because drastic angles mean that they're more clear, right? In the context of something like, if this is the original angle, right? Something like this, then my brain is doing something like this. Why? Because this is easier to understand. This is a very clear plane, right? This is more subtle, right? This is more subtle, but either way, in terms of the box, it's much larger as well, right? That's another thing I'm consistently reminding myself now, like, this is actually what the cube looks like in perspective, right? Like, and that's probably still a bit too narrow. Like, this, it probably needs to be even wider, like so. There you go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better, right? So that's another thing, is like, I need to extend this outward to this scale, right? And constantly see that to the best of my ability, right? And I need to be able to, again, like, I'm looking at the portrait reference right now. I need to be able to understand that the center of this box, right, the center line is the eyebrow line. So I need to be able to extend it outward properly too. Okay, still lots to figure out. Like, I mean, I'll be here for a while. I say that all the time, but I genuinely will be here for, oh, see, like, I'm immediately tilting it this way. Again, that's a mistake you feel good about. That's where the discomfort comes in. That's where I'm extremely uncomfortable. Actually, is that the angle? I'm so fucking confused now. This is why I love portraiture, because it's so difficult to figure out. Let's see. Let me look at this guy's face. It's actually, it is this angle. What the fuck? I've been thinking it's this the entire time, but that's wrong. It's literally, if I look from the top of his head to the bottom of his chin, it's this. It's this. Wow, that makes it, it is that, right? It's this. What the fuck? I can't tell anymore. This guy's forehead's fucking with me. Let's just go from the top of his head. Yeah, it is that. What the fuck? Okay, so I got the angle wrong, and then now I'm fixing it beautifully enough. So let's see the reference accurately, right? It's a very subtle tilt. It's a very, very subtle tilt. And there's like, it's so fucking subtle, but it's literally like this, right? Like, if this is straight, his face is like, actually, is it this way? Fuck, I can't fucking tell. This is amazing. I literally can't tell. Fuck this guy. Like, which way is it, bro? Is it this way? Is it this? No, it's not this way. No, that's wrong. It is this tilt. Yeah, I do have to see it properly. There you go. It's this. It's super subtle. It's like this. Not even. It's like this. Like this. And that's not even, like, slightly off center from straight. Is it fucking straight? No, it's slightly tilted. Okay, fuck it. Let's just try to do what we can while visualizing this, right? Very subtle. Let me try to see the box again. And I'm trying to see through the form. This is a seen through Z, Y, seen through Z, and seen through X, right? And let's just try to visualize the entire box, because I will visualize it. I'm going to visualize the entire box and try to see. Okay, I actually see it quite decently now. I'm going to visualize it, and it's tilting too much, so we're going to try to make it as subtle as possible. And while I'm trying to hold this visualization, I actually do see it pretty decently. We're getting the X, Y, and Z across, right? Oh, sorry, the cross axes, right? The cross axes across. Let's try to hold it. Let's try to hold it while we do this, right? Let's try to hold it as much as possible. Try to get the convergences going for the other sides, right? There you go. Getting the cross axes. I'm actually getting better at this. It's incredible. Like, when because I am focusing quite a bit right now, and I always try to focus quite a bit, right? But just trying to see, and again, like it's tilting way too, and again, it's tilting too much, so we bring it back. And your brain will constantly make these mistakes, right? I say this all the time, but again, it's a working memory. It's always a working memory equation, right? How much can you hold in your head with some level of clarity, right? How much can you consistently hold it? How long can you hold it for with some level of clarity? How long can you take a step back? Or how well, sorry, and then immediately try to reconstruct it, right? While recalling exactly what that angle is. I just looked at the reference right now, so, and just to make sure my recall was decent, and it was decent. It was incredible. It wasn't incredible, but it was decent, right? And then again, trying to hold that, and again, trying to constantly fix that subtle tilt, because it's not that much of a tilt, right? And then try to see as well the box accurately, like trying to see the form and the proportions of the box properly as well, because the proportions do matter quite a bit. Trying to understand that the center line is right around here, right? Trying to understand that. Try to make sure the tilt is okay, right? And, oh, I didn't even get the tilt correctly. So it's something like this. Yeah, there you go. So now I got the tilt more accurate as well. And again, just trying to see the box, and I'm trying to move it over here. It keeps going over here. I'm trying to move it over here, right? And this is extremely taxing because I'm barely seeing anything. I want to be very clear. Like, I'm constantly, essentially, pushing against the friction of my brain, right? Pushing against the friction of my brain, fighting against its inclination to do the easy thing, right? Pushing against the friction of my brain and fighting against its inclination to do the easy thing, to be like, no, look, like this is the box. Box. It's the box. It's the box. Let's try to make it like I'm the map, like Dora. It didn't work out. But anyways, let's really try to hold this again and try to see all the diagonal. Oh, my brain just like, it's immediately making this much more drastic than it needs to be. So I need to constantly, and by much more drastic, I mean it's literally creating this box. Like this is the box it's creating, which is completely fucking wrong. If you look at the more subtle version that I drew somewhere here, that one, right? So you can see like this is what my brain immediately went to when I was trying to hold everything. Because it's more apparent, it's more clear, it's more accurate, it's no subtlety, it's super simple. It's simpler, right, in terms of clarity, in terms of the angles that are being shown, right? There's no subtlety, there's very little subtlety here. It's like drastic, especially this is drastic as fuck, right? Okay, okay, I'm gonna lean into this and I'm in extreme discomfort right now, just even trying to think about leaning into this, but I'm gonna ghost just a little. Ghost just a little, if my speech wasn't clear, which it never fucking is, right? But I'm gonna ghost. And now, I'm gonna try to hold the box. I'm trying to do the visible XYZ as well, like calculate that. And I'm gonna try to hold it. It's already so wrong, but no, actually it's pretty accurate. Never mind. I just looked at the portrait reference for confirmation. It's pretty accurate. I just need to hold the box. And it's already like, I'm losing the edges. The edges are diverging like this. For the bottom plane, there's literally diverging like this, right? They're not even connected properly. The box went from being the bottom being here to now it's up here. So like it's shifting, it's fucking fading. But I need to hold that to the best of my ability. And my voice is dying. I'm drowning, Tommy. I'm drowning. Right, Brothers, good movie. Never watched it. I've just seen that one scene where he fucking like goes insane. But anyways, let me just try to hold this just a little bit. Again, like I keep bringing it up there. I need to bring it down here. I try to hold it just a little bit longer. The invisible and the visible. And now just calculate the cross axes, the diagonal cross axes. And this is where my brain's like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is where my brain's literally not combusting. So that's a bit of a, fucking hyperbolic, drastic terminology to use, but it is an output regression. And this is where I feel good, because I'm just fucking up. This is exactly where I want to be, right? This moment right here, this is exactly where you want to be, where you're trying so hard, and you're really trying to and your brain is in so much discomfort. I'm just trying to lean in, I'm trying to see everything. I need to be even more discomfort, because I need to try to see everything, right? And I'm calculating it. I'm trying to see this back cross-section, this bottom cross-section, that was the invisible, visible, this visible, invisible, and invisible. And like, it's obviously not accurate at all, but I'm just trying to get a semblance of that understanding. Okay, I lost it now. All right, let me rest my brain. I encourage you to do the same, and now I'll do that one more time. Or maybe I should just draw the box now. We'll see, we'll see. I might do it one more time as like a short burst of just extreme fucking visualization and concentration for a couple minutes, and then I'll rest again, and then we'll draw the box, right? Yeah, so the box is not boring. The fundamentals are not boring. Clearly, it is us. It is you who is boring, because there's so much to gain just from the box, right? In terms of spatial reasoning. Think about it. Look how much there is to gain. There's 3 layers of perspective and 40 calculations to internalize from just the box. It's so boring because I'm born to be an artist. You're not fucking born to be an artist. If you're born to be an artist, you would be living for this shit, right? I'm not born to be an artist, but I'm training myself, not I'm training myself, I am training myself to love this, right? Because I genuinely want to be the type of person who can put the type of effort in to love this, right? Not the results of like drawing the cool thing, because that's all a fucking byproduct, but the effort, the process of becoming, right? Anyways, please rest your brain. Alright, cool. Wunderboomber. Wunderdunder is actually what I meant to say, but... Alright, hello. Fuck, that's... Hold on, I'm just trying to shift my, I just did like a bunch of random references, and by a bunch, I mean 1. Anybody know Uber Haxer Nova? Your boy James, right? Paragon Nova, classic, right? Alright, hello! Classic. But, anyways. I mean, I always talk about the creatures and how much I'm a fucking nostalgia shill for them. And I always will be. I always will be a nostalgia shill. But anyways, let me just tax the ever-living fuck out of my brain right now, right? I genuinely do see this perspective a lot better, right? I definitely do, especially when looking at the portrait reference. But it's time to really try to see through this form as much as I absolutely can, right? Okay, hold up. Let me take a step back. And by step back, I mean let me just fix my fucking posture. Right? Or just like relax my body. But the thing is, my body tenses up when I do intensive spatial reasoning anyways, right? It just seems to be a physical representation, manifestation of my effort. Bless me. So, my girlfriend made a good point. I don't burp like this often in real life at all, genuinely. But for some reason when I'm sitting, probably also because I'm drinking a bunch of water, but whenever I'm sitting, I burp a fuck ton. Like, oh god, disgusting. But part of my brand now, so get used to it. It's been part of my brand since the fucking first video, or the second video. I think I burped a bunch in my intro video, perhaps. I don't know. But anyways, okay, so 1 bout, right? As long as I can of extremely... Oh, there you go. So I already see the box, right? I already see the box. And, oh wow, this is actually pretty good. Like, comparing it to the portrait reference, I actually see it pretty decently. I see the box. It just needs to be a lot wider in the front. There you go. Like, a lot wider. Yeah, there you go. And then we have the, there you go, we have the eye line, and then there's the top of the forehead line, but let me bring it down a little bit, right? The front needs to be quite wide. No, that's too much of a drastic angle. It needs to be like this, that's more subtle, right? Okay, so I see the box, the voice crack. I see the box pretty well. And now I just need to calculate the ever-living fuck out of the diagonal cross sections, right? So I'm trying to see the back one, I'm trying to see the front one. Let me actually like properly ghost it, right, to make sure that I have the proportions that I need. And I'm constantly obviously changing or trying to keep it accurate. This is like way more drastic than it needs to be, way more drastic. So take a step back, made a lot of mistakes there, and again you see it kept shifting up, right? I started with the fucking back one being here, and then for some reason the side one was up here, right? So bring it back down, right? Try to bring the box back down. Again, what is this? What am I doing? I'm building a mental fucking model, a 3D simulation in my mind, a schema, right? Accumulation of dozens of calculations, i.e. chunked components that I'm trying to force into existence, right? Into a representation, a model, a schema in my mind that is spatially reasoned to the most accuracy that I can discern, right? Based on the math that I know that exists in real life. Like fuck, that's not objective math. This is objective math, geometric math, right? Like this cylinder or this ellipse inside of it and the way they connect is objective math, right? my discernment and my ability to do it is not objective. It is a subjective imprinting and of how I interpret and understand it, right? And the fucking hundreds and thousands of repetitions are simply my attempts to bridge that gap between reality and interpretation, right? Like reality and interpretation. So that is the way I see it, right? Because then it's like, oh, okay, then we got this, and ta-da, it's also seen through form. There you go, and then there you go. And it just it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and it never ends. And that's a good thing because it should never end, right? But either way, back to fucking saying what I was gonna do, which is actually just visualize. God damn it, right? So let's see. Put the bottom here, bring it out here. This one, the top over there. That's the seen through part, and just try to. It's very subtle. Try to hold it to the best of my ability. And this, I'm clearly in upper regression because I'll tell you right now, the front plane is this big. The side plane is this big. That's fucking stupid, right? And that's when I feel good. I feel good. Jesus Christ, can't speak. But that's when I feel good, right? Attach dopamine to these areas and be like, no. Like, this is the box, right? The box. This is the box. It's this. It's very, very, very subtle, right? This is the box. There you go. And then now that I got the invisible, I can get the visible as well. And I'm really trying to hold it. So again, like constantly oscillating between being unable to see and trying to see and losing it. I just lost it completely. Everything's gone. So I have to take a step back and then try to visualize again, right? Try to visualize again. I know I'm talking like this, but I saw it really clearly earlier, but I don't see it at all, right? And this is just seeing through the box, by the way. This is not even like the XY, not the fucking XY, goddammit, the diagonal cross sections, right? On every invisible plane. But again, let's just try to get this fucking box down. And this is incredible, because what is the point of all this, right? The effort, right? And that's why I specifically said it doesn't matter what your fucking age is, because it's the type of effort you put in. Think about it this way, right? I am speed running my own art progress, not because I'm in a rush, but because I'm putting as much fucking cognitive effort I can on the things that matter, which is spatial reasoning and form, right? Broken Draw just put out another video. He's like, if you understand that form is the best way to draw what you want, right? To understand what you want to draw, then, yeah, like here's the tips that I have. It was like basically how to not fuck up your sketchbook, or like good tips for your sketchbook practice, right? I fucking love that guy, bro. But, anyways, let's see. Let me try to really get this box down, right? And again, it's too drastic, and I keep making mistakes, and I keep attaching dopamine to these mistakes. And this, all that matters is this effort, just this sheer cognitive effort, right? I want to keep, and again, like this side plane is still too small, right? So I love that, like I get, that's why those resources I have in the description, it's under art resources, literally, and you'll look at the one that says box model, and then the one that says like box with planes or some shit like that. Like there's like a bunch, go through all of them, but the box one especially, like just the box, that one is really helping me understand exactly how to think and like how to create this three-dimensional, accurate, geometric, perfect cube in my mind, right? Is it accurate right now? No, it keep constantly fucking, the angle is changing, this changing, I don't see through the box at all, right? I'm in a lot of discomfort right now. That pin in my stomach is definitely back. So I'm gonna lean into this. I'm gonna lean into this as much as I can, right? I'm gonna keep trying to see through the form. Okay, just for a second, I see it, so I need to hold this. I need to hold this as much as possible, and I'm gonna try to see every single diagonal the fucking cross section. Cross axis, whatever the fuck, but I see it for a split second, so I need to hold it. It's basically going away. The second I said I see it, it's gone. But I need to try to hold the semblance of that, try to lean into being like, no, come back. Making a lot of mistakes, I'll show you, come back. But anyways, fucking try to hold it as much as I can. And then I'm trying to see the diagonal cross sections. Okay. Lean in. I'm losing a lot of it. Barely seeing anything. Okay, that was very difficult. That was very good. I think I could have leaned in a bit more, but I'm gonna rest my brain. It's already been 35 minutes. Now we're gonna draw the box, and immediately once I start drawing the box, again, I'm gonna keep pushing myself, right? So it's not just about the second I draw the box, I try seeing just through the box and the cross sections, the diagonal cross section. No, we immediately start trying to see the center planes because we always want to be extremely uncomfortable. And that's why we rest, because you push your brain, you tax your working memory, you release the astrocytic glycogen, you hit the ceiling of your glycogen reserves, your energy reserves, you stay there for a little bit, you push into it, you feel good when you keep making mistakes in these states, and then you take a step back and you rest for 10 to 20 seconds to A, utilize the gap effect, and B, replenish your energy reserves to try again. That's fucking neuroscience, that's learning about learning, that's metacognition, that's effective learning, right? That is being retarded and having to fucking use your biological mechanisms to learn better than most people, i.e. me, right? So please rest your brain, that's very important. Yum, 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 yum. Anyways, okay, let's go. So, I was speaking about broken draw. I know I mentioned it earlier, right? In this video, I don't want to be cocky, and it's definitely not because of me, but there's like this small feeling because we've talked about it a little bit, and like I've actually talked to him one-on-one, and he knows my whole philosophy. There's like a tiny part of me that thinks that, oh, maybe he said this thing in his video because of me. It's absolutely not true, right? But either way, he said this one thing where he's like, the only way to get better is volume. Right? And that shit gives me a fucking boner because it's the absolute fucking truth. It is the absolute truth without a goddamn doubt. The one principle of the fucking universe, right, when it comes to getting better is volume, and not mindless volume. Let's be very clear, not mindless volume, intentional, effortful, strenuous volume, and not strenuous in like a fucking bad way, because people always associate these words with negativity. No, just straight, just like it will be strenuous, it will be difficult, it will be effortful, right? But it is volume at the end of the day, right? So I love the fact that like he said that in his video, you know, and that just ties really neatly into this other thing that, there you go, I think that's pretty wide, right? That should be pretty decent, but that ties really neatly into this other thing, I can't even speak, bro, this other thing that that Alex Hormozi says, right, which is volume negates luck. With the voice crack too, luck, volume negates luck, right? With the voice crack too, and it's completely true. Would you rather, right, and you know, this is a fucking rhetorical question, but would you rather flounder, right, completely flounder your way, ah shit, did I turn this into a right angle? I don't think it was supposed to be like that. Is this the correct angle? Not even right angle, is this the correct angle? Actually, it's pretty decent. So yeah, volume negates luck, right? And the whole philosophy, the core philosophy of that is that would you rather chance upon the result, right? If we're gonna be so results oriented, would you rather chance upon the result, or would you rather have just done simply so much fucking work that the result is simply a byproduct of the work that you have done? It's a trick question. The answer is you want to do the fucking work. All right, and the inspiration here is that the volume does negate the luck, because look how much volume I've been putting in just to understand a box and to create this mental schema, right? I will not be lucky when 5 years from now I am creating a portrait and I see this in my fucking mind. There's no luck there. It is sheer manifestation, and that's the only time manifestation I'll use that word in this context, or like in a context, is that is sheer manifestation of volume, right? Of the effort and the consistent effort and the consistent volume that was put with that effort, right? And yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Is like volume negates luck. 100% volume negates luck, right? And I think the only reason, or one of the biggest reasons beginners always fucking bitch is because you don't understand the volume it takes. I'm speaking like this to make a point, right? But you don't understand the volume it takes. You just have zero fucking idea, right? This is why this channel exists too, right? This is why I'm not doing the 10,000 hours channel way where like I'm not speedrunning anything. It is just sheer overwhelming evidence and honesty and transparency as to the work it takes to be mediocre. Not good, but to be mediocre. Therefore, a humbling and necessary reframe of the work it takes to be great, right? There you go. There's my. Now I'm seeing the diagonal cross sections, right? This is a much better box in perspective. Maybe I made it a bit too wide, right? But and maybe like this isn't tall enough. This one right here, maybe this should have been. I think this should have been a bit taller, right? This y-axis, but now I can see through the form. I am already immediately calculating every single cross section, right? And I'm actively calculating or doing my best to calculate the center planes. And that's actually going pretty well. It's actually pretty crazy how well it's going, but I'm already making a lot of mistakes. Like this center plane, this bottom one, this is the line, right? It should be something like this, right? It's going like this. So that's completely wrong, right? But that's the beautiful part, is like now, because I've already drawn the box and because I'm actively thinking through the form, right? I'm actively thinking through the form, this cross section, 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 this one, right? And when I also mean volume, I mean the quality of the volume as well, right? I said that before, intentional volume, but there's many ways to interpret volume. Like I am constantly, like you might be thinking, what the fuck volume is this dickhead talking about? In his practice, he's been drawing one fucking box every single session. Good job, retard, volume. Own up to your words. But that's the thing, I'm more than owning up to my words, because I'm constantly putting in a fuck ton of volume to think, right? To spatially reason. I'm constantly putting in a shit ton of volume towards taxing my working memory like I am now. I have put in so much volume. I put hundreds of hours of volume, or over, like, I guess, yeah, definitely hundreds of hours of volume into spatial reasoning, thousands at this point, or over 1,000, right? But like in recent times and recorded times, right? Like what's actually been recorded, yeah, hundreds and hundreds of hours of thinking, right? And especially with this portrait series, hundreds and hundreds of hours of thinking, right? And that's what I'm doing right now. Like I'm literally visualizing and calculating the entire XYZ axis invisible, right? Because the visible already exists now. The invisible XYZ axes, right? And then our axis. Axes? Uxies? I don't fucking know, bro. Anybody remember Yuxi from Pokemon, right? Yuxi, Azelf, Mesprit? Fucking I miss Gen 4, but Gen 4 is the GOAT. Gen 4 is the absolute GOAT. They fucked it up with BDSP. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Disgusting. I like the art style, I'm not gonna lie. I like the art direction, I like the way they took it. I just think it was fucking retarded that they didn't add anything from Pokemon Platinum into it. It was the stupidest fucking thing in the world, right? Like, good job. You had one opportunity to just actually make a consolidated version of all the packaging, and you still fucked it up. But anyways, completely besides the point, right? Anybody who knows me knows that I'm like a huge Pokemon fan, but also a huge critic, because they're shit now. They're absolute fucking garbage. And that's why I'm so happy that Pokopia was like the first time that Game Freak wasn't involved with creating something quality. Because they stopped being involved in creating anything quality since fucking Black and White 2, in my opinion, right? They just don't know how to code in 3D. They just don't know how to develop games for 3D. They don't even have good they did back then. They didn't even have good principles for design in terms of like game design, and like constantly fucking gatekeeping things. Because Masuda was just like, yeah, every game should have its own features. We don't want them to have overlaps. Like, what the fuck, are you stupid, right? So they have always like stupid shit, but the games were pretty quality to overlook that. But now, like the lifeless 3D models looking like it's just disgusting, right? There's so many things I want to bitch about, but anyways, back to intense spatial reasoning, right? But that's what I'm saying, like the quality of your volume and the volume itself can manifest in many different ways, right? Can come about in many different ways. And right now, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm just gonna immediately just visualize every single cross section with, and again, my brain's immediately making a mistake. It's connecting the bottom of this XYZ over here. Like this is where it's connecting it. Wrong, it should be over here, right? Beautiful mistake, right? Try to course correct it as much as possible. And while I do that, I'm also trying to visualize every single, I'm trying to visualize the scene through form. I'm trying to visualize the cross sections, right? The diagonal cross sections. And now while I do that, I'm trying to visualize the, oh, this is so difficult. I love this. I'm trying to visualize the center planes intersecting, like this vertical one, and it's going through the cross section. It goes through the center point of the diagonal cross section, right? So this vertical one, see, I stopped it early, right? So that's a mistake. That's a beautiful mistake. But I'm trying to, like, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to hold every single diagonal cross section in my mind, because that's the schema I need to build, right? So this vertical one, and then I like my hands tensing up too. I need to calm it down. This vertical one, right? This one right here. Let's see, this one right here. See, I ghosted too fast and I went too fast. This one right here, and that's going through this center over here, right? So this one right there, and then the horizontal one, which is not too bad, because it's going through here, stopping, going through there. And every time when I say like, when I'm saying, oh, it's going through here, it's going through here, just know that I'm constantly losing the calculations, but I need to keep trying to see the diagonal cross axes, and that's all based on seeing through the form, visible and invisible, right? Seeing all the visible and invisible planes and the invisible and visible cross sections, or diagonal cross sections, cross axes, or the fuck, cross sections, right? I don't fucking know, bro. And I don't know anything about perspective. And then this way, right? And like even here, I'm trying to see it properly. And this is why I love that line. Again, I'll keep referencing it that Kim Jong-gi says, where it's like, I wish you could see the invisible lines that I can. And the answer is just keep fucking trying, and one day you will, right? But let me just really, really, really lean into just seeing everything all at once, right? Not actually being able to do it, but believing that I'm gonna try my fucking hardest to do it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I was like trying to see through the form. I'm trying to see all the diagonal cross sections, and I'm trying to see these center planes intersecting in the middle, right? And I'm not gonna ghost, so technically at this point I'm just some dipshit looking fucking mentally masturbating at a piece of paper, being like, I'm saying things, but I genuinely am doing my best to put effort in, because I think I've consistently been making the point that drawing is thinking, right? So let's, and again, like everything is diverging. The center planes are going all over the place. They're not connecting properly. They're diverging. The see-through box in of itself, it's constantly getting fuzzy, like the invisible XYZ axis, right? I'm losing the plot. Like it's just constantly making mistakes, but I'm trying to hold it to the best of my ability, and I'm getting a lot better. But again, even this vertical center plane is like completely off, right? Because it needs to be attached to the diagonal cross sections, and I can only see one that clearly when I give it that liberty of actually connecting it properly in my mind, right? But when I'm trying to see everything all at once, everything goes to shit because I'm taxing my working memory, right? So I can only see one center plane right now. Let me try to lean in and try to see at least the other one, right? Oof, this is difficult. Okay. All right. Yeah, see, 46 fucking minutes? Jesus Christ, I thought I had at least 20 minutes, goddamn. Okay, let me rest my brain. We're gonna do that one more time, and then we're gonna try calculating the ellipses. Super difficult, super fucking difficult, wonderful. This is, again, I don't mind spending hundreds of hours on this just to prove that it takes hundreds of hours to build such an incredibly complex geometric spatial simulation in your mind in any angle, right? I am 100% okay with that. Like, that is the reality. That is the reality of trying to become a master draftsman, right? And this is just one aspect, not even counting the other dozens of aspects that it involves, but I'm absolutely banking on the fact that the stronger my understanding of form, the more all the other fundamentals will just be easier to apply on top of it, right? What is the point of trying to draw something realistic and put realistic lighting on it if the realistic drawing you're trying to do has shit fucking volume, right? It's just, and you don't understand it, and you can't turn it in space, and you don't even understand like the nuances of that volume in and of itself, right? And I have a very strong suspicion that this approach is actually one of the most optimal, right? I'm just saying, right? And obviously my opinion is not my opinion. This is the opinion of all the greats before me, right? And all the greats that continue to exist alongside me, that inspire me, right? Like, think of anybody who has incredible understanding of volume, draftsmanship, composite, what the fuck, like anything to do with form and three-dimensionality, they're my inspiration, right? And if I don't know about them yet, please fucking comment about them so they can be my new inspiration, right? But, fuck, my iPad's low battery. Plug it in now, thank you very much. Right? But again, like, the things I say are not my opinion. I am simply turning my brain off and doing the work of those better than me, doing the work that they already did, doing the work that they say is the work that needs to be done, and I'm simply presenting it to you in a manner that is like, hey, this can be enjoyed. Here's the mindset, here's how we can learn, here's how we can enjoy it, here's the effort we can put in, and here's actually how difficult it is, and how repetitive it is, and how quote unquote, and I'm using this very seriously, quote unquote, monotonous, but actual reality, if we strip away that retarded fucking view of it being monotonous, how stimulating it is, right? It's extremely stimulating. Thinking about all these calculations is, as you can hear in my voice, it's strenuous, it's effortful, it's frictionful, it's uncomfortable, and it's stimulating. Because if it was monotonous, it would be boring. And if it was boring, it would be easy. Which every single one of you who think that this shit's easy need to fucking immediately take your ego, right? You take this piece of shit ego, throw in the absolute fucking garbage, right? The only ego you should ever have is being proud of the work that you've already done, proud of the effort that you've already put in, and looking forward to putting more effort in the next time you get an opportunity to do so, all right? Everything else is just hubris, okay? Get rid of that shit. Literally get rid of that shit. You know nothing, and when you die, you will know nothing. And I'm telling that about myself too. The beauty is just we try our best to know something during the fleeting time that we have, all right? Hashtag Viggy philosophizes? What the fuck? Rest your brain, please. Oh god. Ugh. Oh god. The coffee in my throat. And no, I'm not having actual coffee. I'm having decaf coffee. You see, I'm sticking with my word. Very good, very good. Okay, so 10 minutes. Let me fuck. Just visualize everything again. There you go. All right, starting it. I'm already visualizing, seeing through the form, right? Seeing the every single cross section to the best of my ability, right? Every single one to the best of my ability. And I'm trying to zoom out, but but also be aware of like everything. It's so difficult. It's so difficult because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like it's 12 calculations already happening at once, and then the 15 that are these separate lines, right? Like yeah, they chunk together now, so maybe this is probably 13, right? But the thing is, like, I still don't have the ability to consolidate everything into one unit, right? Like, which is the seen through form, right? And this is what I'm trying to visualize before I even draw it, right? Right now it's easier because I've gotten rid of the mental load of trying to visualize all of these visible lines, right? Because they're visible now, they exist, so I don't have to visualize them, I don't have to calculate them, I just have to calculate what doesn't exist, right? But the goal is to be able to immediately, initially calculate this entire box with the seen through form with every single cross section or diagonal cross axes accurately, right? So I'm still visualizing, I'm still calculating, I'm really trying to lean in, and immediately now I'm going to try to see the center planes, right? And okay, this is beautiful because the second I tried seeing 2 center planes, not even 3, immediately this center plane's bottom line, again, did this. It looks like this. Like that. That's what this center plane looks like, right? Like this one, when I tried seeing both, when I tried seeing this as well, right? When I tried seeing both of them, it was one of them went to shit. And that's a beautiful feeling. That's a beautiful feeling. So I'm going to try to lean into it again. I'm going to try to constantly course correct it while I lean into it. And again, while I'm seeing this, I also have to see this, right? I also have to see this cross section to know that, oh look, it's going through the center, right? I didn't draw that properly. But point is, like, I have to constantly be aware of what it is I'm seeing. And that's why I have to ghost slowly as well, right? I have to ghost really slowly. Because there's no point in pretending like I'm doing it correctly, right? And that's what I always mean by pride, is like, stop pretending. And I'm telling this to myself too. These are all reminders to myself, right? Like, we cannot pretend. We can never pretend to be more than what we actually are. We can only try to be more than we actually are, right? There's a very fine distinction. Pretending is like, yeah, I'm doing it, versus trying is like, I'm trying really hard to do it because I'm aware that I can't do it, right? Always yet. I can't do it currently. I can't do it yet. I can't do it as of now. I can't do it given my current abilities, but I'm trying to push past my current abilities, and that's where learning happens. That pit of discomfort in my stomach is back, right? Trying to see every single cross section, cross axes, right? Diagonal cross axes, and I'm trying to see the center planes again, right? And this is where learning occurs, because now I'm really trying to attach these and just for this center plane, by the way, like just for this center plane, I'm really trying to attach it to the center point, right? Make sure the lines go through each center point, right? And that's extremely difficult, right? But that is why it's worthwhile. And like, I'm extremely uncomfortable right now, so let me hold this and try to get the second one in as well, right? And this is beautiful because this will really force me to see the diagonal cross sections. While I'm trying to hold this one's already going to shit, the one that I'm trying to hold. And the second one as well, I'm trying to see the horizontal one. And now while I'm trying to hold that, let's try to get this vertical one in here as well. And there you go. It's completely wrong, it's a complete clusterfuck, but oh god, this is so difficult, I love this. I'm trying so fucking hard to hold it all in my mind, and I'm making so many mistakes because everything's diverging and I keep losing the diagonal cross sections, right? But I'm trying to really solidify and anchor those diagonal cross sections as the absolute truth that these center planes slice through, right? That they go through, and that is beautifully difficult. Like, that is incredibly beautifully difficult, right? And I already lost all the center planes, like as an effort to make them a chunk consolidated 3 center plane intersection unit, right? But I'm trying again to bring them back, and again I'm trying to bring them back And I'm actively trying to work against intuition, because intuition will be like, oh yeah, it's roughly around here. No, I need to be like, it is there. It does exist there. That takes more working memory. That takes more effort. That takes more cognitive effort. That takes more endurance to be like, no, like I know it is there because I'm visualizing and calculating it to be there, right? And it's all based on everything that precedes it, which is the invisible XYZ, the diagonal cross sections, invisible and visible, and then the center planes going through them. And right now, while I'm talking, I'm struggling because my parietal lobe is also trying to vie for resources, vying for the attention of the glucose that's being managed, right? That's my energy reserve, and my vision's getting a bit blurry, but I need to keep leaning in. I need to keep leaning in, right? Speech getting stilted because I can't speak while I'm trying to explain this, right? But this back plane is going to shit, right? But I'm constantly trying to lean in. I'm trying to calculate everything, and this center plane is the only thing that's kind of looking decent right now. But again, I did that way too fast, so I need to do it a lot slower to make sure that it's actually going through the diagonal cross section. And now I'm trying to do the same thing while holding that, and it's so difficult to hold that. Well, I'm trying to hold that. I'm doing this horizontal again, right? And making sure it's going to the cross section. You see that line went wrong, went this way, and it should be this way, right? And while I'm trying to hold those two now, I'm trying to get this vertical one in, right? And to make sure that's actually going through the diagonal. And just for a second, I can actually hold this. Just for a split second, I get the concept, the idea, but is it actually happening? No, but just lean into it, really lean into this discomfort, really lean into the cognitive effort, right? My brain's actively fighting this. It's constantly purposefully losing it. Not purposefully. Well, it is losing it. Why? Because my working memory is absolutely taxed. I'm in output regression, right? Again, I'm putting in as much effort to visualize, to calculate, to see, to understand, and yet I understand, see, calculate nothing. And this is exactly where I attach dopamine to all the errors that I'm making, right? Constantly feel good about all the mistakes. And just try to calculate, just try to fucking, for the life of you, calculate. Okay, now we rest our brain, and now we do the even more difficult part, because I can barely do this. Now we need to add the ellipses inside of it. Yay, let's add the ellipses. Right, but let's rest our brain first. Please and thank you. Yeah, I definitely do think that this, the height of this box should have been just a bit taller, right? Just a bit taller, should have been something around here, because it's supposed to be relatively even, right? And I feel as if I could have converged this a bit more. Like, this is okay, right? Because the vanishing point is like roughly here. Well, it's way further down, it's like here, right? But this and this, yeah, it's like way further down, it's like somewhere here. Like, it's okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay, right? But I think I definitely, like, I'm still working on it, obviously. But it's good. It's not bad at all. Ah, fuck me. I said bad, and then, you see, that's disgusting. It's my spit. Well, that's what happens when you're a true artiste, right? We use our fucking jizz to blend the values together, right? Okay, last, not hurrah, but again, okay, see, my brain's like definitely very taxed now because it's been 50 minutes of trying to do this, right? Not like a true 50 minutes because I have been taking breaks, but the breaks are what's helping, right? But trying to calculate every single, trying to see through the form. Okay, so I'm calculating the invisible XYZ. I'm calculating all the diagonal cross axes, and now while doing that, I'm trying to hold the center lines again, right, to make sure they actually are going through it properly, right? Trying to calculate them properly, right? The thing is, like, once this becomes a completely chunked unit, like, once I can just officially see through this and every single cross section properly, and like once that doesn't take any energy from me, because right now that still takes a fuck ton of energy, but once that doesn't over hundreds of hours, right, then the next step will be easier. And I say hundreds, it could be 50, it could be 100, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, if you just think that's gonna take forever, then you don't care, because you're like, oh, it's gonna take it forever, just keep working at it, right? Whew, yeah, it might honestly be like a decade for portraits, decade for figures, decade for environments, which honestly is pretty par for the course, considering my 40-year plan, right? Minimum 40-year plan. It's basically lifetime until I die. Oh my god, I'm actually in a lot of discomfort right now, but let me try to visualize everything. And now I'm going to try to see the center planes through it. Oh, just for a second, I can calculate it pretty well. Just for a second, I calculated the horizontal one pretty well. Let me try to hold that while I calculate the vertical one. Oh my god, I'm actually holding it. Okay, let's try to hold that. I can see both of them. Holy shit. Let's try to get the third one in. This one, right? That's from... Let's try to hold that. Okay, this is... See, the third one is when it gets really difficult because I'm starting to lose it, but if I just keep trying to remember and reconstruct the other two while trying to hold this third one, or try to construct this third one together while I try to hold the other two to the best of my ability, just constantly reconstruct them, right? The lines are going off. And now while we do this, let's start getting the ellipses down, right? So that means I need to get the center. This is beautiful because now I have to see the cross axes for this one too. You see the cross axes for this center one. And now this is the ellipse. Nope, see, I fucked that up. There you go. That's the ellipse. There you go. That is the ellipse. Holy shit. Yeah, that's the ellipse. This is the ellipse. It's like this. Oh, that's fucking horrendous. Jesus Christ. It's like this, right? So it's, yeah, it's much more. I mean, my curves are fucking... I'm not really a curvy guy, but... And also, I completely lost it because I was trying to explain it to myself and maybe to you, right? But let's see, that is the ellipse. So let's try to get the horizontal one now too. Back to seeing it. Try to get the center. Try to get the diagonal cross sections in this horizontal one too. And this is like, you see how I just added a fuck ton more calculations? So difficult. I literally just added so many more calculations, right? Because that's the same thing. And let's see. Right? And let's see what this ellipse is looking like. It's something like this. It's not perfect, but it's, if I were to visualize it again, it's something like that, right? Pretty wrong, honestly, but the thing is, like, when I did that, I was trying to think about this, right? I was trying to think about this when I did that, and then I was trying to calculate it based off that, right? So it is something, because it's just the curves, and there you go, it's something like this, and I obviously struggle with making these nice curves at the end, right? Like, just something like this. This is difficult. Like, drawing something like this is very difficult, right? Because that's line work as well. This isn't just understanding anymore, that's line work, right? And then when it gets even narrower, right, how are you supposed to, like this? That's very difficult. Right, see, that was wrong. That was wrong too. That was also wrong. So I clearly struggle with it more in this angle. But either way, and then now, let's try to calculate, again, try to hold everything together again, and then we calculate the front, right? The front plane one, which is this is the cross section. This is the vertical. And let's see, so this is literally just, there you go. It's just a circle. And then we got the thing. It's literally just like this. Right, and then this is the minor axis. Right? So that's pretty good. Again, like, this box does have issues, right? But now, what I need to do, it's been an hour and 3 minutes. Now what I need to do is try to hold all of that together to the best of my fucking ability. And then try to get the sphere over that, which is, holy fuck, it's gonna be hard, but try to get the sphere over that, so it's something like, or like us surrounding it, so it's something like this. Hold up. There you go. Okay, so now it's encompassing I'm just trying to think, it's encompassing this, right? And then it's this bottom one here. I'm just trying to think, hold up. Something like this. It's so fucking hard to see this, bro. It's so hard to see this. But this is the limit, current limit of my calculations, right? Current limit of my calculations. So lean into that a little bit more, but now it's just time to draw the box, right? Now it's just time to draw the box and just try to visualize as much as I can of what I can already understand, right? Just try to visualize as much as I can, but it's time to draw the box, right? So again, this is the center plane, and it's all based on this, right? It's based on this diagonal, So this is the center plane. It's cutting through, right? I always start with the center plane, so that way I know where my eye line is, right? So this is the center plane again. It's to be accurate. So there you go. That's the center plane, the horizontal center plane. I'm in so much discomfort. But this is good. I need to consistently stay here, and then I need to be like, okay, where is the ellipse again? So that's why I need to get the diagonal for this here, right? Then this vertical, this horizontal, and then be like, okay, so it's something like this. There you go. So that means that we have our ellipse starting here. So that means we're going to have the eyebrow roughly around here, right? Because this is the center plane. So the eyebrow is roughly something like, because this is my center plane. Let me just try to see this properly, right? Get it properly centered, because I keep fucking that up. And this is like very difficult because I'm actively thinking about the horizontal ellipse, right? Okay, so that's definitely my eyebrow. It's something like this. There you go. And then this is the other eyebrow, which is, this guy's eyebrows are actually pretty far apart. I don't want to make them too far apart, but let's see, something like this. Oh, they kind of get faded too. Let's see, okay, already pretty wrong, but it's okay. Like, I'm just really trying to figure out the perspective. And like, again, this is a volume. This is now a human being's volumes inside this existing volume, which is incredibly hard to reason. And I have to think about the proportions as well, right? So I want to be very clear. This is incredibly difficult. But that's why I'm doing it, because it's difficult. Oh shit, I fucked that up. Okay, it's okay. This guy's fucking noses are so weird looking, bro. Noses are so weird looking. Oh goddamn you! How dare you have something that's difficult to draw, dickhead. Anyways, there you go. That's his nose, yay! Right. Probably should leave it like that. I'm not gonna really even try to pretend like I know what the fuck I'm drawing. Like, I do understand, thankfully I do understand the form of it, but let's see. This is the lips, right? Like the fucking, what's it called? The philtrum, right? That's the philtrum, and I've completely lost the, because again, I'm constantly looking back at the reference right now just to get the relative spatial reasoning, or like the fucking proportions correctly, right? And also think about the form. So like right now, I have lost a lot about, like, I can barely see through the box, right? And I'm constantly just trying to see the X, Y, Z axis and all that shit. I'm trying to bring back the center planes. Like, now that I'm talking about it, I'm trying to bring it back again. But the second I look away, which I'm gonna do right now, it obviously goes away, right? And I'm trying my absolute fucking best to see it, like at least even on the reference itself, right? I'm trying my best to see it on the reference, but trying is also very difficult, right? Trying is also very difficult, but that's why we keep trying, right? And I keep, like, again, my lips especially have so many issues, right? But this is, again, a 3D form. It's jutting out, voice crack. It's jutting out, and let's see, what's this bottom lip like? It's just like this. It's just like a little curve here, and then it comes out, right? This is bottom lip, also a form, something like that, right? We'll leave that for the time being. I think that looks okay. And again, I'm back to like trying to see through the form, trying to see the X, Y, oh god, I've dropped the pen cap, everything, posture went to shit, my voice, my cap dropped, I don't see anything anymore, but I'm really trying to see, like, I need to take a step back and try to be like, okay, where is this center plane, right? And then now we get the ellipse in here, right? And then, no, wait, that's wrong. Ellipse in here. There you go. It's like right here. That's the sphere. So it's something like this, right? It's like this is my sphere, like this. trying to visualize that perfect circle too. You can see even like my ghosting for this ellipse is pretty inaccurate, but just trying to see it. And that's my sphere. And that's where the face is resting. Again, it's a volume. It's always a volume that is obviously very difficult to reason. Don't forget that. But let's see. I'm just trying to think about his jaw right now. Oh, got it. That's definitely not right. Well, that's definitely not right, but it's okay. Where's his ear? So his ear is roughly around. Let's see. Where's his ear? I'm trying to think. It's like right here somewhere. Yeah, it's like right here. And this isn't me basing it off of the proportions of the, like, this isn't me looking at the reference. This is me basing it off of the intersections of these three ellipses, right? And like that last corner, like, let's say this is the side view, right? And this is like the ellipse. This is where the ear is. That's like according to Loomis, right? Like according to the Loomis method, and Loomis method is what? It's a really good approximation of the general relations and proportions of the human face. Right? Like that is what the Loomis method is. So like this is wrong. I completely fucked up the jaw. I want to be very clear. Right? I completely fucked up the jaw. But there you go. As always, just making everybody a fucking giga chad without even meaning to. Right? Let's get his eyes in here at the very least. There you go. Let's get this eye in here as well. Completely wrong, but it's okay. And yeah, like again, like I'm constantly just trying to think about the spatial reasoning part of it. Right, did not mean to make this guy look this fucking intense, Jesus Christ. Okay, and then he's got a nice little brow ridge right there, and it goes off. Right, well, we'll say that's okay for the time being. Yeah, this is not the best, but it's okay. Okay, that's fine, Right, it's just about making sure the volume is inside the head. But that was very difficult, i.e. that was very fun, right? And yeah, the box is always incorrect, everything's always incorrect. But let's actually see through the form yet again. Let's actually draw through it, right, to make sure that I know that I am trying my best to understand. Right, and I always make mistakes even with these calculations, right? But the point is just to get as decent as I can. I'm just trying to be decent. I'm a decent fellow, right? So this diagonal, and this is again what I constantly try to visualize, right? This diagonal, see, like I visualize, but then I visualize it pretty well, but then my motor skills, of course, have a lot to be desired, right? And then this back one as well. Come on, you can do this. There you go. You can make it connect. You can make it connect. Just commit. There you go. See, it's hard to commit. It's fucking hard to commit. Even now, it's hard to commit, right? So, and then this visible, right? You see how like it literally will look like it's the same. Like this diagonal connecting to the edge of this and this one here looks like it's the front one, but it's not. The front one is slightly different, right? So you just gotta ignore that. And this is the type of shit that's gonna confuse me, I swear. I definitely need to get a different pen for these, like the visible and the invisible, because this is definitely 100%, without a fucking doubt, gonna give me a goddamn headache. And it has been giving me a goddamn headache every fucking time. Why do I do this? Why do I do this? Yeah, there you go. That diagonal, and then this visible diagonal. Like, this is what I'm constantly trying to keep saying the same thing over and over, right? Because people need to know, I guess. People definitely need to know that, like, this, again, drawing is thinking. I'll keep fucking mentally masturbating over it. This drawing is thinking. Oh, I actually ended up using the shit pen in it. The lines weren't shit. That's interesting. Right? But yeah, that nose. This guy's nose is a lot more pointy. I definitely didn't. It's supposed to be like this. There you go. I don't know. That didn't make any sense either. But let's say... See, like, now I'm fucking confused. Where the fuck am I? God damn it. So this center plane... And I have to show the new calculations that I think about too, which is going to be fun. Definitely going to be very fun. Because there are new calculations to think about now. Right, so this vertical center plane, right? Oh, that means I have to. Oh, okay. So obviously, I think I just need like 40 different pens to really showcase everything, or just look at the thing that I'm that I have linked in the description. And just look at that, be like, oh, so that's what he's trying to see. He's trying to see a combination fuckery of all of that. See, so this is a lot better. Like, this is definitely more of a perfect cube, I think, for sure. Okay, so where's this? No, that's wrong. It's going through here. And then this one, what the fuck is going on here? Okay. See, like, you might be able to see this and be like, bro, just... it's that one, but I can't see it! It's a goddamn headache. Alright. Fuck, I still have the horizontal one. Okay, cool. So now we have... where is it? Oh, it's over here. See, like, I'm losing everything, bro. And then we have this. And then we have this. Horizontal plane. Really good commentary. I don't really give a fuck. I'm tired. This is the end of my practice. Okay, so those are the 3 center planes, right? Those gray ones. And now here's the fun part, because now I gotta calculate this as well. I just added another fucking 500 calculations to this. I have to calculate this to get the ellipse proper, right? I have to calculate this for each visible... Sorry, for each invisible center plane. Right, same thing with this one. To calculate this, right, and then this diagonal. And where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? This, where the fuck am I? Bro, oh, that's right here. And this. And then this fucking horizontal here. Yep, that's me. It's a clusterfuck. Fuck me, bro. And then this one. So as you can see, this was a great idea. Where the fuck? Oh, okay, and this one already I got the horizontals down, right? Because these two give you the horizontal and the vertical. For this one, like this. Yeah, they give it already, so that's good. I don't have to do that. And I have to see the ellipses inside all of that. Yay! Yay! He's so happy! I'm actually very happy. This is great. This just goes to show that the mind can see a lot more than it believes. But I'm gonna be here for a very long time. A very, very long time. And then this, I just gotta... See, it's like this. Right, and then we connect this one as well. Like so. And then it's like, whoop, you gotta bring it back. See, this is our ellipse. Same thing, this is why you need a very tight turn. And that's the ellipse. More accurately, not perfectly, but more accurately. And same thing here, right? Let me see, where the fuck is this thing? It's like this? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Let's just say it's this. Right? And then this over here, and then we gotta connect them like so. And again, drastic turns, like like obviously this is not that good in terms of drastic turn, but this is the horizontal ellipse, right? It's all based on the math. It's all the math, fuck me. It's all the math, right? And then, see, and I actually got the pretty decently placed. Not perfectly, but it's pretty decently placed. Now we got the horizontal one, or the fucking vertical one, so this one's pretty chill. This one's just, where the fuck is it? It's here, and it's here, right? So it's something like this, and then we just connect it, like so. There you go. And now, here's the fun part, where I have to draw the perfect sphere. It's like circle around this fuckery, where it's like, okay, just something like this, right? And this is already a lot better. This is already a lot better than what it used to be. Well, I obviously need to make this a little bit thinner here, but there you go. And then that is the fucking scheme I'm building. It's even more complicated now. Wonderful. But now this is the final. This is 100% the final schema. All right, like actually seeing all of this. So 100% 50 calculations. But anyways, my brain is tired. Oh, it's been an hour and 20 minutes as always. God damn. But with that being said, right, I hope you tried a lot. I hope you put a lot of effort in. All right. And again, just keep fucking going every single day. We just, or for me, 5 days a week, 1 hour, right? But oh, let me get my goddamn let me do it. I'll actually do it today. Let me get my sketchbook. Let me be transparent, right? Watch me become great. Let me get my sketchbook to show you what I have been drawing. As like, this is like an extra 2 hours, let's say. I don't know if I've shown this before, but this is what I've been drawing, right? So I saw a video, you know, there's like this channel that basically posts like snippets of Kim Jong-il's lectures. They're extremely sped up, but in one of them he was showing how to draw a bike. So I drew the bike. Obviously it doesn't look that good, or not, doesn't really look like a bike, right? And I was like, oh, let me try to think about scale more and turn to a scene. I drew a garbage can here, and I was like, fuck, it's in the wrong perspective. So I had to give like a little thingy, like what is this, like basically like I had to elevate it, right? A curb. I basically added a curb here. And I was like, okay, but kind of turned into like a factory thing, which is interesting. I drew this creature here. I was drawing with one of my fans, Parquet, when I did this, which is pretty cool. Again, you can see I still don't understand values at all, but I am understanding that like allowing this to have like mostly all white space and the background to be darker is letting this shine in the middle. But this is like 2 hours, let's say, overall, right, of drawing. I don't know what else. It's like a half-finished car. This is what I mean. Like I don't finish my fucking drawings, right? Tried adding scale to make that one smaller. Right? I still gotta finish this at one point. I never fucking finish my drawings. But let's see. I think I showed this, right? I think I showed that. I think I showed this. Oh yeah, I finished this. Right? Added scale. Again, I'm trying to think about like, okay, like look, these people are so tiny, so this is clearly something bigger, right? But emphasis on the eager. Good joke, good joke. But yeah, there you go. For transparency purposes, like that's the extra drawing I've done the past week, right? But oh, and let me play my piano piece, my latest one. I've basically forgotten all of it. It's called Invention Number 1, right, by Bach. But let me just fucking play it so I can just get that out of the way, right? So let's see. I don't even fucking. Oh god, I've really forgotten this. Ah, fuck it. My hands are cold too, which actually does make a difference. My hands are very cold, and apparently it makes a difference. Like they're super stiff. But either way, fucking as always, right? Hope you tried. And with that being said, fuck you for watching. What a fucking catastrophe of an ending. But yeah, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money.